Well, Stephen, you're running in the state election as an independent, I believe.
Yes, I am.
What prompted you to run?
It's a pity to let an election go by without the party doing something. I can offer some democratic choice to the people of Albert Park over the population issue. I can exercise the mechanisms of the party to find out what's possible when we concentrate our efforts on one electorate.
And could you tell me what party is that?
The Sustainable Population Party.
And what sort of things do you think people might notice that would prompt them to vote for such a party? Or for you as an independent?
Well, first off, the 17,000 flyers that we've distributed throughout the electorate.
But what sort of things would they be noticing in their lives that would make them think that, you know, we need a change of direction?
They would be noticing a decline in the standard of their urban lifestyle. They would be noticing that they can't get on a tram in the morning, they can't get on a train in the morning, that if they want to go and visit a friend in Northcote on a Saturday afternoon, it takes an hour to get there. They'll be noticing that they can't get their children into a school in Albert Park. They'll be noticing that in order to accommodate the projected population, 1 out of 3 houses in their street needs to be knocked down and replaced by a dual occupancy. This is what they'll be noticing.
And you think that that sort of thing, seeing the houses knocked down, that worries people?
Indeed it does.
Are you noticing these sort of things in your area?
Absolutely.
Present?
In my area of Elwood, the process is possibly complete. It is a high density area and the devastation of the detached family homes happened in the 1960s and 70s. Now after a pause, that process is starting again and will proceed throughout the electorate.
Do you feel that this is an issue of democracy?
Yes, in that the Greens, Labor and the Liberals are colluding in pushing extreme population growth. That the populists don't have any choice other than in an electorate where the Sustainable Population Party runs a candidate.
And could you tell me how you would like to see things go? What do you think you could achieve if you were elected, and if more people like you were elected, how would you like to see
Ideally,
things go?
I would like to be elected and hold the balance of power in a parliament and hold a government to carry out the wishes of the people with respect to the rate of population growth. I would then advocate for zero population growth.
And what do you think our lives would be like if you could achieve this?
If I could achieve that, then any new infrastructure would represent an improvement in our life, not a desperate attempt to catch up with growing population. Our quality of life would improve.
Stephen, how would you like the future to be, and how do you think it can be in the short, medium and long term?
I would like the future to be similar to that period in Australian history where successive generations enjoyed a better standard of living over the previous one. That process has stopped and gone in reverse. We need to get it back to how it used to be. This would be a place where people enjoyed enough space within their inner city parks that they could get transport around the city, that the level of healthcare was not swamped by overpopulation, and where housing was once more very affordable, as it was as recently as the 1990s.
Okay, these are all really important issues for people. Just a little bit remote from where most of us live, the environment on which we all depend. Do you feel that the decline in our environment can be halted if we could stabilise our population?
If we stabilise our population and then our per capita use of the environment decreased in energy and space and waste production, then the environment would benefit greatly. We would never ever have to turn on the desalination plant. We would not use more coal, we would use less of it. We may even be able to stop using it completely. So the environment would benefit very greatly from a stable population.